international level, of which I know I can go into a garden and shoot it for publication. And it's a certain way of seeing, it's a certain way of composing an image. And it's being very conscious of the publication you're working for, the layout, of the fact that pages are vertical, they're not horizontal, and kind of cluing into that world of publication. And it affects the way you see. But I've been lucky that the whole way through my career of doing that, I need the art director to give me artistic license to shoot the garden the way I want to shoot it. In other words, I'm not directed on the shoot. I go in there, they trust me and they trust my eye, and we'll take it from there. And it's worked so far. However, besides, returning to the U.S. and doing that for a while, now I feel like I'm doing another return. And it's a return to my original roots as an artist. And it's a return to doing artwork. And I have found that it's had a tremendously freeing effect on me to be able to shoot a garden and shoot horticulture just for myself, just the way I want to do it, not for publication. Satisfying no one else's demands but my own. And the first thing that happened there was I've shot for years and years kind of F64 or F as small as it'll go. Front to back sharpness, crisp depth of field from the foreground to the mid-range to the background, keep everything sharp, sharp, sharp as much as possible, unless the composition dictated it. But for the most part, sharpness was a hallmark of my images. I let that go, and boy, does it feel good. it's like some kind of, emancipation or liberation or something. But I still am not letting it go all the way. One thing, just as a curious side comment, is that I used to wear contact lenses all the time, which are really sharp. I mean, you can see things really sharply when you're wearing contacts. And I switched to glasses in the past couple of years, and things are not as sharp. And I'm just kind of getting used to that and saying, hey, that's okay. And just kind of being comfortable with this other, softer way of seeing. I wanted to tell you a little bit about the way I work. When I go in when I'm doing photography, I don't, and this is my art, I'm now talking about my art, I don't really have a heavily preconceived idea of what it is I'm shooting. I sort of do, but I mostly discover it as I'm in there doing it, okay? And this is going to sound a little strange, but this is the way I work. I go into a situation and I just be as open as I can, as receptive as I can. And instead of me calling the shots, I let the composition call me. Okay? I walk in and I just listen to who is saying, or what is saying, oh, come here, Allan, come here. I'm ready. I'm ready for my shot. Shoot me. And so that's what I did. And even with the flowers, even with the close-ups of the flowers, I go in there and I can feel, I know that something's in there. It's like I'll be attracted. You know how sometimes you're attracted to a person or something like that, and you just say, gee, I really want to meet that guy, that gal. It's just kind of neat. You don't know why, but you're just sort of pulled that way. Or you hear some music and you go, oh, who's that? I really like that. And you're just sort of pulled. That's the way it is with photography too. And I discover as I'm going into that, I let myself go. I just let, intuition-ometer is just turned up all the way. And I just follow it, and then I know it's in there, and then bang, I'll see it, get the shot. Okay? And then I'll also let go of it, and I'll move on to the next. So it's a different kind of way of working, instead of looking for things, and where is it, I gotta find it. Not that sensibility at all. It's just go in and be open and let it speak to you. And you just respond. You just answer the call. And I would say over the years I've been doing photography, it's become more and more that way. So that could be maybe a definition of sensing spirit, which is what I've called this exhibit. That's what I do when I photograph. I'm sensing spirit. Okay? I go in, I listen, I let it call me, I let it call me here. If it resonates, I'll go with it. And just dive in all the way. Lose track of time, lose track of everything, and just shoot. Okay? Sensing spirits, paying attention to what's going on here, what resonates, what I'm feeling, what I'm seeing. Oh, it's an open connection. The camera just is right, standing right in the gateway. Okay, so I could just as easily flip the camera around, take a picture of myself at that point. I'm just finding what's in the outside world that resonates with what's going on in here. Okay. Now, just to go with that image, again, that outer and inner. Okay, it's about outside and inside connecting. So, the quote that's right here by another minor white quote, all photographs are self-portraits. Okay, I'm looking in the outside world for what I'm feeling right in here. And when I see it, I shoot it. As far as I'm concerned, I'm shooting a photograph of myself. Okay? And I really feel that way on everything you see on the wall. And these are aspects of who I am. And I'm just laying it out there for the world to see. But there's this blues guy, Robert Johnson. Okay, I'm really into blues music too. Okay, standing at the crossroads, Cream did Crossroads, but they borrowed that from Robert Johnson, standing at the crossroads. I really like that image, being in the crossroads. I mean, what does that mean? It's like you're in between two worlds. Something is going to happen there. Something important is going to happen there. You're standing on the threshold between rationality and something that goes beyond rationality. Between the subject and what the subject is and what else it is. Okay? I really like that intersection between consciousness and subconsciousness. Between waking and dreaming. Okay? We flip into another world. And we do it every day. And we wake up, too. We do it in reverse. Okay? The reason I call these dream flowers is because that's where they exist. They exist at the crossroads. I'm just photographing. I'm a scenic travel photographer, and I'm taking a picture of the crossroads. This is what happens at the crossroads between waking and dreaming. Yeah. And actually, I did that with these canvases. I would lay in bed. I put up the canvas, in front of our bed, and we would lay there in bed and just stare at it and stare at it and stare at it until we fell asleep. I mean, what a portal into another realm of consciousness. We used photography that way. And that's where these things exist. The other place they exist is at the crossroads between sensuality, the sensuousness of the color and the form and the flower, and something that goes at another level, the level of spirit, the spirit of the life of a garden, the life of a flower, the life that you feel inside yourself that you see reflected in the flower. So it aims at what I would call it, more unlimited, free level. Okay, so there's sensuality that links you to your human form, a kind of sexiness of the flower that's definitely there, and something that goes way beyond that completely sets you free. And for anyone who's ever been to a garden, you know what that feeling feels like.